The economic unconscious, a term denoting deeply embedded societal codes and narratives that shape human behavior and emotions without explicit awareness, has increasingly become a critical factor influencing mental health. These codes are particularly salient in economies characterized by stark inequalities, rapid technological adoption, and evolving cultural values. In Kenya, the widespread use of social media has exacerbated the psychological impact of these codes. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok often promote consumerist ideals, material aspirations, and notions of success that conflict with the lived realities of many individuals. These codes not only create emotional distress but also influence behaviors, beliefs, and coping mechanisms in ways that undermine mental health. In Kenya, where social media consumption is particularly high, the intersection of economic warfare and Scopic colonialism significantly influences the country's disease burden. As of January 2024, Kenya reported 13.05 million social media users, ranking fourth in user volume for the observed period. This represents a threefold increase compared to 2014, highlighting the rapid adoption of social media over the decade. Furthermore, Kenyans lead globally in time spent on social media platforms, according to Business Today, surpassing notable countries such as South Africa and Brazil. Social media platforms are powerful tools for global corporations, which use targeted advertising and influencer marketing to promote unhealthy products like sugary drinks, fast food, and processed snacks. These products, marketed as symbols of modernity and affluence, reshape dietary habits and contribute to rising rates of obesity, diabetes, and hypertension. This influx of aspirational content encourages consumption patterns that are often unsustainable and detrimental to public health, further straining Kenya's healthcare resources. Simultaneously, multinational healthcare corporations dominate the narrative on health interventions, sidelining local, affordable, and sustainable health practices, deepening economic dependencies. Scopic or visual colonialism, through the imposition of Western cultural norms and ideals on Kenyan social media users, amplifies the health impact of these dynamics. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok propagate Western beauty standards that glorify thinness, light skin, and specific facial features, often alienating individuals from their traditional values and self-image. This cultural visual imposition leads to widespread dissatisfaction, body image issues, and mental health challenges such as anxiety, depression, and eating disorders. Furthermore, the globalization of consumer habits, facilitated by social media, reinforces sedentary lifestyles. Prolonged screen time for online entertainment and gaming displaces traditional physical activities like dance, farming, and sports, compounding the risk of non-communicable diseases. The psychological impact of pervasive social media use also contributes significantly to Kenya's disease burden. Exposure to curated, idealized lifestyles fosters feelings of inadequacy and stress, particularly among young people. Cyberbullying and online harassment further exacerbate mental health challenges, leading to higher rates of anxiety, depression, and suicidal ideation. These issues are particularly concerning in a context where mental health infrastructure is still underdeveloped, leaving many individuals without adequate support. Social media's role as a vehicle for foreign narratives also deepens systemic vulnerabilities, creating dependencies on imported pharmaceutical products, wellness trends, and healthcare services, which are often inaccessible to lower-income populations. Despite growing evidence from psychology, neuroscience, sociology, and epidemiology linking socioeconomic conditions to mental health outcomes, clinical practices frequently focus on individual pathology while overlooking the broader economic and structural determinants of distress. This denial perpetuates a fragmented understanding of mental health, neglecting the ways in which systemic inequalities, precarious employment, consumerism, and social exclusion are internalized as unconscious codes that shape emotions, behaviors, and belief systems. Without integrating these economic dimensions, Interventions risk failing to address the root causes of psychological distress, thus limiting their efficacy and reinforcing cycles of alienation and inequality. Confronting these challenges requires a multifaceted approach. Stricter regulations on advertising unhealthy products and transparency in influencer marketing are vital to curbing harmful consumption patterns. Digital literacy campaigns can empower users to critically engage with online content and resist manipulative narratives. At the same time, promoting indigenous health and wellness practices through digital platforms can provide aspirational alternatives that celebrate Kenyan culture and align with local needs. Expanding mental health services to address the psychological toll of social media and creating safe online spaces for critical discourse are equally important. Economic investments in local industries to produce affordable, healthy food and healthcare options can counteract dependency on global corporations and foster resilience. The convergence of economic warfare, scopic colonialism, and social media consumption in Kenya plays a substantial role in shaping the country's health landscape. These forces influence behaviors, amplify mental health challenges, and deepen systemic inequities. By reclaiming digital spaces, promoting localized solutions, and implementing robust health policies and clinical protocols that address this critical challenge of the digital age, Kenya can mitigate these impacts and build a healthier, more empowered society that resists the adverse effects of global forces.